Yeah. Other than that, there are not really a lot of reference to fasting in the New Testament. Now let's read that portion of scripture that we have read again, because with the context of what we have said just now, I think it will make the passage more meaningful to us. Then John's disciple came and asked Jesus. So the question that is posed to Jesus came from John's disciple. Okay, John's disciple, John the Baptist. Okay, so the disciples of John the Baptist came to Jesus and asked, what was the question? How is it that we, as disciples of John the Baptist and the Pharisees, very interestingly, John the Baptist add in the Pharisees. How come we, the disciples of John the Baptist, together with the Pharisees, how come we are the people who fast regularly or who we fast often, but your disciple don't fast? You see, that's the question, So you have this group of people looking at Jesus and his gang, and they are observing, and they say, we all fast, they don't fast. Not only they don't fast, they go around and eat with sinners. That's the other thing. They add with sinners. Okay, so the context is like that. And watch Jesus answer. Jesus answered, how can the guests of the bridegroom, and let me stop here first. Who do you think the bridegroom Jesus was referring to? Himself. He was actually referring to himself, although in direct it's not lah, but it's in a reference, because the church is the bride, Jesus is the groom. So that is the idea behind. He said, how can the guests of the bridegroom mourn? The next word he used is the word mourn. And then Jesus said, how can the guests of the bridegroom mourn? So he's relating their fasting to mourning. When the bridegroom is with them. So Jesus replied them, how can the guests of the bridegroom mourn while the bridegroom is with them? The time will come when the bridegroom will be taken away from them. And again, here is in reference to himself. The time will come when I will go and be crucified, I will be buried, I'll be resurrected, I will be ascended to heaven, I will go up to heaven again. The time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them, and then they will fast. So has the bridegroom been taken from us, the church? Yes, right? So if Jesus Christ is referring himself as the bridegroom, and we are the bride, the church is the bride, so the bridegroom is no more with us. So therefore, is it time for us to fast? Yes. Okay, so the reference is yes, but it is not a command. It's a reference in that sense. But very much interestingly is Jesus didn't stop here. He continued on with something that is very, very peculiar. No one saw a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment. So unshrunk cloth actually here refers to new cloth I don't know about you. When I read this text, I remember those days my mother go to the shop, buy a piece of cloth, maybe 1 yard or 2 yards, go back home, and before she start doing anything, she will soak the cloth in the water. I don't know you remember some old people doing those things or not. So why do they do it? Because that is new cloth. New cloth in Cantonese may soak sui. They have not shrunk. So she will soak the cloth in the basin of water, and sometimes if the dye is not very good or some of the color come out, then she will hang it up to dry before she starts sewing anything with that piece of cloth. So unshrunk cloth is new. So no one saw a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment, for that patch will pull away, because one is shrunk, one is not, and then making the tear worse. And then Jesus continued on with another imagery. So he uses this imagery of garment, and then he used another imagery. Neither do people pour new wine into old wineskin. Now, what is wineskin? Wineskin basically is a wine container. Yeah, those days don't have glass, so nowadays most of our wine are in glass glass bottle. Those days don't have glass, so for them to make a container to store wine, they use animal leather or animal skin. That's why it's called wine skin. Yeah, so they will sew the animal wine skin almost like the shape of a kidney like that kidney bean like that, okay, with a small little spout at one end where you can drink. Yeah, and the wine skin is, because it's made of animal skin, is flexible. Yeah, it's flexible. So neither do people pour new wine into old wine skin. Why? If they do, the skin or the old wine skin will burst and the wine will run out or spill out, and the wine skin will be ruined, torn. No, people pour new wine into new wine skin, and both are preserved. Yeah, old wine skin, because made of leather, over the years it becomes rigid and hard. Some of us, if you have a leather seat or leather set sofa at home, you need to oil it regularly, otherwise it becomes hardened and it will break, brittle. Yeah, so old wine skin will break. Yeah, because new wine has still got a lot of gas inside, waiting to come out. So the expansion from the new wine, the gaseous expansion from the new wine will break the old wine skin, because the old wine skin is no more flexible and has become brittle. It's very interesting why Jesus add in this thing into this text, and we will look at it progressively. We will look at it progressively.